The ninth topic, it's a basic one because you have options. You can easily find out which is the correct answer, but how to actually solve this. I won't go into the long method. You might have already learned that in your regular classes, but I will tell you a simple method. Split the numbers, split the variables. And over here, since it's plus or minus 3, you don't need to bother about anything. Just write plus or minus 3. Square root of 121. You need to know this. You can use your calculator, but otherwise it's 11. You need to remember. You should know this in your mind. This is say 15. You can use a calculator, but it's better to know the squares of 1 to 20 or at least 1 to 15. It'll be very useful, or at least some of the important numbers. You must know from 1 to 10 by heart because it'll be much helpful for you when you solve problems. Now here, what does the square root mean? If there is nothing, it's called square root, right? Because the number is 2. You should assume it to be 2. It's always 2 if there's nothing. So what that means is x, the power is 4, right? Whatever is over here in the radical, it is divided by. Same with y, power 16 divided by 2. That's it. That's the answer. So it'll be 11 plus or minus 11, x to the power 2, y to the power 8. That is the answer. Now I will show all the answers. You try it by yourself. You better pause the video now. Try it by yourself. You may not get all correct because now I'll just show the answers. You can see some of them have magnitude, some of them do not have magnitude. Look over here, there are variables with and without magnitude symbol, and over here there's negative. What's going on? So first thing, the sign, it depends on the given question, plus or minus, or if it's minus or if it's plus, just write it as it is. Don't bother about the sign, it's very basic. Now, what happened? Why do you write this magnitude? So this is another important one. Now, whenever you divide this, whatever the exponent is there over here, the exponent is 2. You divide 16 by 2, it's 8, 36 by 2, it's 18. So it's fine. There is some power over here. That's the even power itself. It's fine. But whenever you get an odd power or you get no power at all, like, I mean, 1 is odd, that means it's not written. You don't write y to the power 1. You just write y, isn't it? So when it is odd or not given or any odd number, you will see this. See over here for 1. For 1, over here it's 3, odd power, again over here 3. All the odd powers and 1. Why do we write that? Look over here, we are telling it's the solution of this, right? So can a square root over here, all are even, can a square root of even number, this one, can minus sign be there inside? No, so 49 x to the power 4, all is positive, so it'll be plus or minus. Even if it is minus, when you multiply twice, when you multiply this 2 times, you know what's going to happen? Minus 7 times minus 7 is positive 49. So that is why we write plus or minus 7. Because if it's 7 times 7, it's 49. Yes, even if it's negative 7 times negative 7, it will become positive 49. And this x to the power 4, it becomes x to the power 2. So if I take any number of x, say let me take minus 2, it'll become whole square. That's a positive number. So this is the correct solution. But now when it's single numbered, say over here, because you're dividing by 8, x squared, y, 8 by 8 divided by 8 will be 1. Now you can't have a negative number for y. Even if it's minus 3, you should make sure you have a magnitude sign because the answer must be 3. Because if you put it back over here, remember the solution, the inside value must be positive, right? Inside is square root or even radical. So that is why only when you have odd numbers, this is there. How to remember if you're not understanding all the concept? It's fine. All you need to remember is whenever there is a odd reduction, over here it's odd number, there's odd numbers. So over here also 3 is an odd number, 3 is an odd number. You need to make sure to use the radical, the magnitude symbol, because the whole answer over here doesn't matter positive or negative, you must take only the positive answer. Whereas the numbers and all just can be written out. And what about this one? See, this is a cube root, right? when it's cube root, it doesn't matter at all, because if it's minus also or positive also, it doesn't matter. You will get the correct answer. I'll just quickly show you one thing over here. So this one over here, 121, it's 11. Negative 121 is an error, right? But let me take cube root now. Okay, this is the cube root. I'll just put 3. 121 is over here. It's not 11, sorry, 4.8. Let me take another one, 64. I know the 64 is 4 to the power 64 is 4. But let me take minus over here. You're going to get minus 4 because this doesn't matter. Over here, you can even have negative numbers. Only when it's even number says 6. This is error. Why? Because you can't have negative numbers. It must be only positive numbers. So this is the thing behind it. I hope it's clear now. Whenever you have odd numbers, remember you must have the magnitude sign when you solve it and get odd powers. See over here, d to the power 1 is odd, that's why. So one more thing, look into the other options, solve them, and then you can easily relate it to the question and you can definitely choose the correct question. So look into the other options and then you can deduce the correct answer as well.